Silly here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead music news, reporting on Dead & Company's summer tour. The band was at Pine Knob. This is going to be a quick one today. I'm going to do this one like I'm double parked. My son's got a double header today. My day's going to be filled with 9U baseball. Hey, but Giovanni's on the mound. He's pitching today. Shut him down, kid. Anyway, this is your piece of musical history. 91. Well, we all know, great year. I missed 4 shows in 91. I think 4 shows. I did everything else. The summer tour in 91 was full of really, really good shows. And a really unique one was 6/20/91 in Pine Knob. If you're new to the music, that's a departure from the norm. They were pretty set in their ways with where songs showed up in set lists and stuff like that. And they come out there at Pine Knob in 91. They opened the second set with Throwing Stones. Nobody saw that coming. Ico, Watchtower, Standing on the Moon. Holy cow, you get like a post-space segment. Right out of the gates in the second set. That was a unique experience. He's gone. Anyway, you want to put your ears on something that's a little bit unique and different. You can do that. Similar to the Forum 212/89, I believe. So that one, what a zany set list. A Monkey and the Engineer, and all these first set tunes in the second set, and that was crazy. I don't know if it sounds as good as it was unique, but anyway, there you go. There's a little piece of musical history. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have much to say about the first set, to be honest with you. So you come out, so they get Hell in a Bucket started. I don't know, it seems like, I don't know if it's just exactly perfect, but they're trying to get it there. You know, if we talk about the artists having musical conversations and stuff like that, it seemed like he was interrupting Mayer a lot throughout that one. And I don't know, there was an interesting observation I made, because during the first set, I didn't think the music was nearly as congruent as it ultimately became, as it became very smooth there as the night rolled on. But it was funny to see the crowd shots. People seemed to be very animated and lit up during the first set, and I thought the first set was a bit disconnected. So I'm not even really going to talk about it. I really, to be honest with you, I just want to get to the second set. So I just want to get right to it. They come out for the second set. After the first set, my expectations were low. I think they're phoning it in. This is gonna be a clunker. And my opinion changed a little bit during Don't Ease. During Don't Ease, so Oteil's getting the game ball for last night. Oteil and Mayer were outstanding throughout. I didn't think there was any hope after the first set for this show to be a smoker, but so I believe I was wrong. They come out for the second set. Deal was unbelievable. Really, Mayer killed it all the way through the entire second set. Mayer was outstanding. Oteil outstanding. The mix here at my house was great from home. The mix was dynamite, exactly what you wanted, everybody exactly where they should be. The sound, I thought, was fantastic from here. So during Deal, that jam is raging like there's no tomorrow. Oteil's driving it like a motherfucker. And as I talked about the crowd shots, you get to a crowd shot there, and I was expecting people body surfing, as pinatas being hit and candy flying in the air. You'd expect that from the crowd shots. And I was very surprised to see a lot of people with their arms crossed, or not nearly raging as I'd expect. Maybe it was something I had for dinner or something like that. Maybe I was just like a little illuminated and stuff like that. But the way they were killing it, I was surprised. A subdued crowd shot. Anyway, Comes a Time up next. Comes a Time was absolutely amazing. Oteil, incredible on that. I mean, just deep, rich with feeling. Mayer's solos, completely emotionally vibrant. And oh my God, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. You get estimated next, and the music's just popping. I thought there was magic on the music and everything they played. And so, I mean, even if Weir can't remember shit and he's singing lyrics and stuff like that, he's stumbling through it. When the music behind it is banging, I could care less if they forget words and shit like that, because the music behind it was, I thought it was rocking. So there you go. He became well in command of that estimated. As it moved on, the end of it did a fine job. Listen, that's a Weir right there. He's smooth as wet otter. When he falls into the slot there and he finds it, he was impressive. I absolutely loved Weir last night. They go to this jam. I can hear Mickey. All of a sudden, as they're jamming, it's China Rider, the China Cat. They were killing it. They were absolutely slaying it. And all of a sudden, it's like somebody went to the soundboard. They turned up Mickey. I could hear Mickey. I was in my room here. I'm smiling. I can hear damn near everything he's doing. And it's making me happy as could be. We got some volume on Mickey, and you could hear him in the mix last night. That China Cat, Mamma Mia, they absolutely killed it. They show a dude on the stream at the end of the estimated, and his face has just been stolen. It's great when they capture one of those moments. That dude, he'd been hit. He'd been hit, and it was funny to see. We all know what that feels like. China Cat, an absolute rage. The transition jam went through the roof. I get incredibly happy as I hear Mickey. And I mean, everybody's just throwing their gifts into the room. This is like 8 days of Christmas. Every artist throwing all they got at this thing. This is fun. So Oteil, you go into the rider, and finally there's no like halting or stopping. Prior to that, this thing just moved into that rider. The rider I thought was great. The northbound train, Oteil dropping bombs all night long. Oteil was just killing it. This was definitely a great night for Oteil. The best I've heard him play this tour. Just killing it. The harmonies at the end of the rider were great. I mean, this segment prior to drums I thought was outstanding. The jams were full of energy. I didn't see this coming after the first set. But I thought all the jams in the first half of the second set were outstanding. Drums, a great time. I like all the samples and all that stuff, the little voices playing and whatnot. Drums and space were outstanding. Here you go, you get Miracle. I thought Miracle Out of Space was a good choice. I mean, the jam sounded thick. There weren't all these holes in the music. Every one was filled with sound that you want to hear. There weren't a lot of gaps. I thought the throughout sounded really good. And they even, after Miracle, you get Black Peter, and listen, I've typically called that White Peter throughout the years, but Mamma Mia, I even thought Black Peter was tremendous last night, and I really rarely, I don't know if I've ever liked Weir on that. I thought Black Peter was really good. I can't believe I'm even saying it, to be honest with you, but I thought it was much better. The harmonies in the first part, much improved, sounded, I mean, shit, this is Black fucking Peter. How about it? Listen, at one point on the screen they show Weir's head, and everything around him was just blacked out while he was singing it, and it was just his giant head there up there on the screen above him. It looked like the Wizard of Oz pulling the controls and shit like that. That's a good time. I mean, Oteil and Mayer continue to be fabulous throughout that one. Oteil, he lent that one the bottom end it needed to succeed. And listen, maybe the last piece of harmonies they did might not have had everything you'd want them to have, but I think for the first time with Dead and Company, I actually enjoyed Black Peter. It's Casey Jones to end the show, and Casey Jones was absolutely smoking, and I thought to myself, this was a great time. Regardless of what they played, the music sounded great. I thought Oteil and Mayer killed it all night long. Really, really impressed by what I heard last night. Last night to me was one of those nights, the second set, So this is why Dead and Company is king in my book. This was the song book being put before you in a powerful way. I absolutely loved it. Could have just been me. I don't know. Maybe it was the worst show ever. Maybe it was the best show ever. I don't know. It's giving you my experience. One guy's experience is that I think to myself, holy cow, outstanding show. I mean, nothing could really tarnish my view of this one. Then the encore with the wake. I almost liked the wake. I almost liked it. As I didn't almost like it. It was terrible as always. But I mean, really, I didn't care at this point. At this point, go ahead, play the wait. Gives me an opportunity to get to the car early. It didn't matter at that point. At that point, it was already a good show. So you get an encore that sucks. It's okay. So I'd rather have that than an entire show that sucks and an encore that's great. So anyway, I thought at Pine Knob they killed it. I thought the jams were outstanding. Mayer and O'Teal all night long, just killing it. Started for me at Don't Ease at the end of the first set, carried all the way through the second. I mean, if you remove the encore from this, if I was going to put this thing on some media to listen to in the future, I'd just cut the weight out and I'll just listen to that second set. I might listen to this one again. This was a good one. Absolutely loved it. So there you go. There's your conversation starter. That's all. I'm not the Graham Poobah anything. I'm just one guy getting the conversation started, and as I really don't care if you agree with me, don't agree, but it doesn't matter. It's not a competition or a contest. It's just a conversation about the music we love, played by the artists we love, really together in a community we love. So that's what it's all about. Absolutely love the second set last night. Love you forever. So enjoy tonight. So we're doing a little travel, back-to-back shows. We'll talk to you in the morning. See you.